Welcome back to JB Reviews. I did a video on this truck recently, and today I want to just do a quick video just doing a drive and showing you guys MPG, 0 to 60 acceleration, all that good stuff. But this truck probably won't be available when I post this video, but special shout out to Larry H. Miller, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. This truck was for sale, which is very rare right now. So if you see a dually for sale and you need one, even if you don't need it, you better jump on it. And what's cool about this truck is night edition, air suspension. However, it has the standard output Cummins. Now, most people who buy this setup rather get the high output Cummins. Now, I've said this in the past. There's nothing wrong with the standard output. This thing has crazy horsepower and torque, and the 68 RF is just better to live with day to day. And unless you do a lot of towing all the time, I almost do recommend that setup because the Eisen does have deeper gears, things like that, but this is more than capable, guys. But let's go ahead and get down the road so we can see the performance, MPG, and of course the temperatures. This is a nice truck. If I had to do it all over again, I would still get the Limited, but every time I get inside of a Laramie, I almost forget that this isn't a Limited because they're so close. There's just subtle things that they do differently. But let's go ahead and get down the road. Now, the turning radius in this truck, I've tested it before. It's not bad. I still think it's better than Ford. Ford has like the worst turning radius, especially on a dually. Now, if you get a 450, then yeah, we can't talk about that because the 450 would kill this truck. And honestly, at low speeds, oh, actually, before I say that, let me hold on. Oh yeah, it's stiff. Never mind, it's stiff. When you don't hit bumps, doesn't matter. But when you hit bumps in this thing, woo! It is pretty stiff. Now, I did not reset the Philly common, so let me just do it right here. All right, here we go. Oh yeah. Wow. That's what's so good about the 68 RF. It's just smooth. You don't feel the transmission shifting. It's just so smooth. Oh man, let me go ahead and get my draggy on because I'm not a huge fan of this thing, guys. I should have bought something else. This was like the cheapest thing out there, but sometimes cheaper ain't better, right? That's what someone told me, and I should have listened to them. But I'm gonna go ahead and set up for the 0 to 60, but let's go ahead and talk about the Cummins in this truck. Now, something else I did not mention in the last video was the compression. Now, this does have 19:1 compression, which is the highest compression in this segment for Ram, obviously, and GM and Ford. Now, the high output Cummins is 16:1 compression, and I believe that Ford is like 15.8:1. I don't remember what GM's is. I always forget that one, but I'll put it here in the video. How about that? But as far as this goes, as I said, guys, this is a great setup. Let's see what it does for the 0 to 60. All right, here we go. Whoa. This truck did better than the standard output truck I tested in a 2500, which doesn't make sense. Now, we can argue that there's 2 more tires out back, but this truck is heavier by a good bit. Like, well, it's probably like 500 pounds heavier than that truck was, maybe 600 pounds heavier. But wow, 8.95, whoa! Whoa! Wow! Wow! I did brake boost it a little bit, not a lot, not a lot. I did not do that much. I did a little bit. Like, it was like a poop, like a little pebble of poop. That's what it was. But man, 8.95 is really good. When I get a chance to do an Eisen, I promise you it will not be this good. So we'll have to wait and see how that all shakes out. But all in all, I did reset the fuel economy. I will check back in a second so you guys can see the RPMs. Now, what's good about this truck is the 410. I haven't done a test yet with the 410s on my rides here in Utah, so we should be able to see a little bit higher RPM because you have that lower gearing out back. Now here's why you get the standard output Cummins. If you need more payload, if you're looking to do a truck camper, or if you're looking to tow a big toy hauler, 5,423 pounds of payload. If this truck had the Eisen, that number would be lowered by about 200 to 250 pounds. So the transmission in this truck is a little bit lighter, obviously. But apart from that, the towing capacity is about 30,000. I think you lose like 3,000 pounds or so. It goes like from 30,000 to like 33,000. Now that's obviously having the lower gearing out back, so just keep that in mind. Now here's something that's really, really cool. Check this out. Isn't that cool? Now in my GMC it does that, but it only does it when you're hooked up to a trailer. And I must say, you know, these mirrors, they're pretty dang good. They are pretty dang good. You can control all the functions on there. Tow mode, the convex, everything. And I will say that having both mirrors heated makes them like, you know, really leaders with their mirrors now. Like they've done a great job with these. But if you're switching lanes, that is so nice that they give that camera to you. Now you can get that same function up here too. But let's go ahead and get up to 65 miles an hour and we're gonna lock in there too. So here we go, 65. We're at 18, is that 1800? Yeah, we'll call it 1800 RPMs. Okay. Now it does feel like, hold on, let me lock in six. Okay, so we are in 6th gear. Now the engine is a little bit louder, so let's go ahead and check out the sound leveler so we can see what it is, because it does seem a little bit louder inside the cockpit. It's actually saying it's quieter. It got up to about 69. 68, 69. It's really quiet back there. It's like 62 out back. Now these Nexen tires, despite what I say about them, they're not bad tires. I just feel like they're not a popular tire on any high-end car, but they're really comfortable. They're soft actually, and they're actually dampening. Well, this truck has air suspension, so that's probably what I'm feeling here. But we're pretty much at the midpoint. I'll show you guys what the fuel economy is. We're not doing bad, and that's with the 0 to 60 too. We're at 14 and a half. Driven 8 minutes actually. Just clicked over 8 minutes, and that's not bad. Dang, I need to get a dually. Now somebody in the comment section said I need to keep a list of all my fuel economy runs. The problem with that is I do them in different spots. Like I have 3 different spots that I do them in. Once I get better relationships with my dealers, I can start maybe doing all the tests in one specific spot. But yeah, 14.8, it was actually at 15 when we stopped. I want to say that this was better than both of the single rear wheel trucks with the high output and standard output. Now they both had the 373 gears, but I should not be doing this darn good with a 410 dually. Like this is really good. Now here's some of the temperatures. The 68 RP runs pretty chilled, like you see with the Eisen. Coolant 194, and then the oil temps 201, which is pretty much what you see when you're unloaded. Now normally when you're talking about 13,000 pounds, those coolant and oil temps go up about 10, maybe 15 degrees. This depends on the climate you're in, obviously. And then check this out. So you guys see that current MPG? I am going downhill a little bit right now. But let me just accelerate to about 70 miles an hour here. It's not bad. Not bad at all. You're running about 18, 17 in the ballpark there. So you can get pretty good on the dualies, but man, let's see what the RPMs are at 80 miles an hour. So that answers your question right there, guys. We're doing 75 miles an hour. We're over 2,000 RPM. So with the 373s, I think we were like at 1,800 RPM. So at 80 miles an hour, let's see here. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Let's try to get up to 80. I won't be able to be here long, but wow. You see that? We're just under, I think that's 2,200 or 22. Let's say it's 2,250 RPMs. Exhaust brake, so strong. And that's going, hold on. This is going downhill. Wow. This is an incredible truck, guys. This is the toe pig of anything. I don't care what anyone says. I've owned Rams, I've towed with Fords, I've towed with GMCs, towed with Chevys, Toyotas, I've towed with them all. This is the best truck on the market. Like, it just is. And I'm talking specifically for towing. Like, you cannot beat this truck. I know that Ford's faster, but you know, sometimes speed is not what you need all the time. That's what you need right there. Like, that exhaust brake is just incredible. But we're gonna be back here in a little bit. Let me show you guys where we are. We're at 15 and a half, so I'll check back in once we get back to the dealership. Wow, that is not bad, guys. 16.2 MPGs, 13.3 miles driven for 17 minutes. Really good fuel mileage. I think that if I was in the market for a dually, I think I would still get the high output and skip the 410. I think I would just get the 373s because I wouldn't want to run at those high RPMs for like that. Now, I will be honest with you, you're gonna feel a little sluggish off the line. Now, hold on. Let me rephrase this. I think I would get the 410 because I'm thinking about it now. I would probably run 35s to 37s. So obviously if you go to a taller tire, you're gonna kind of change the gearing in your truck. So you definitely wanna go with a 410 if you know you're gonna get a taller tire. However, if you're gonna keep these same 275, 80, 17s, I think they are, if you keep these tires on there, obviously, then this truck would be better with the 373. You're gonna lose a little bit of towing capacity, but honestly, I don't think most people really tow at max with these anyway. So all in all, great truck. Great fuel economy too, guys. Like, I'm really, really happy with the fuel mileage on this truck. But special shout out to Larry H. Miller here in Sandy, Utah. If you are in the market, guys, be sure to check these guys out. If you want to order a truck, be sure to check them out. They're really easy to deal with, and they have a lot of inventory. By the way, you guys always make fun of me with my GMC being dirty. I did wash my truck and it looks great. So I wanted to make sure you guys can see how clean it is because I don't know when it's gonna rain next, so here it is. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.